Tonight, America is mourning. We didn't just lose a star, we lost a legend, a piece of history.
In the quiet halls of academia, where ideas shape the future more powerfully than headlines or applause, Christopher Albert Sims built a legacy that transformed the way the world understands economic change. Known for his calm intellect and deeply analytical mind, he became one of the most influential economists of his generation. A scholar whose work helped explain how unseen forces move markets, influence policies and affect everyday lives. Born on October 21, 1942, Sims grew up during a period of global transformation. The world economy was evolving rapidly, shaped by post-war recovery, industrial growth and technological progress. These early decades of change sparked his curiosity about how complex systems function and why economic outcomes often surprised even the most experienced experts. From a young age, he displayed a natural talent for mathematics and critical thinking, skills that would later define his groundbreaking research. His academic journey led him to some of the most respected institutions in the United States. Through years of disciplined study and thoughtful exploration, Sims developed a deep understanding of econometrics, a field that blends statistics, mathematics, and economic theory to analyze real-world data. While many economists focused on theoretical models, he believed strongly in the importance of evidence. For him, numbers were not just symbols on a page. They were clues to understanding the real forces shaping societies. As his career progressed, Sims began to challenge traditional assumptions about cause and effect in macroeconomics. At a time when many economic models relied heavily on rigid structures and simplified predictions, he introduced innovative statistical techniques that allowed researchers to observe how different economic variables interact over time. His approach offered a more flexible and realistic way of interpreting data, helping scholars better understand complex phenomena such as inflation, unemployment, and interest rate fluctuations. These contributions would eventually lead to one of the highest honors in the academic world. In 2011, Sims was awarded the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences alongside fellow economist Thomas Sargent. The recognition celebrated their empirical research on cause and effect in the macroeconomy, work that reshaped policy analysis and improved forecasting methods used by governments and financial institutions around the globe. For Sims, the award was not simply a personal milestone. It was a moment that highlighted the importance of rigorous research and open-minded inquiry in addressing economic uncertainty. Beyond his research achievements, Sims was widely admired as an educator. As the John J. F. Sherard 52 University Professor of Economics at Princeton University, he played a central role in mentoring new generations of economists. Students often described his teaching style as thoughtful and encouraging. He did not seek to impress with complexity but instead guided learners toward clarity, helping them develop the confidence to question established ideas and explore new solutions. Colleagues respected him not only for his intellectual brilliance but also for his humility. In academic discussions, he was known to listen carefully, weighing different perspectives before offering his own measured insights. This balanced approach made him a valued voice in research communities and policy circles alike. His ability to connect theoretical knowledge with practical concerns helped bridge the gap between universities and the institutions responsible for managing economic stability. Throughout his career, Sims remained committed to improving how economists interpret uncertainty. He understood that economic systems are influenced by countless variables: political decisions, technological shifts, global crises, and human behavior. By developing tools that allowed for more accurate analysis of these interactions, he provided policymakers with clearer guidance during challenging moments. His work helped shape responses to inflationary pressures, financial market volatility, and unexpected economic shocks. Even as the world entered the digital age with rapid globalization and unprecedented data availability, his ideas continued to prove relevant. Researchers across continents built upon his methods, applying them to new questions and evolving challenges. In this way, Sims' influence extended far beyond lecture halls or scholarly journals. His thinking became part of a broader intellectual framework that continues to guide economic research today. Yet those who knew him best often remembered something quieter: a dedication to truth and understanding that defined his life's work. He did not pursue fame or public recognition. Instead, he focused on the careful study of patterns, believing that patient analysis could reveal deeper insights into the forces shaping human prosperity and hardship. This commitment to thoughtful inquiry became the foundation of his enduring legacy. Christopher Albert Sims passed away on March 14, 2026, leaving behind a body of work that will continue to inform economic thought for generations. His contributions remind us that progress often begins not with dramatic gestures, but with persistent curiosity and disciplined reasoning. In a world where financial uncertainty can affect millions, his research offered tools for clarity, helping societies make wiser choices in the face of complexity. As students, scholars, and policymakers reflect on his life, they remember a man who helped transform uncertainty into understanding. Through data, dialogue, and dedication, Christopher A. Sims reshaped the language of macroeconomics, ensuring that the study of markets would remain grounded in evidence and guided by insight. His voice may now be silent, but the ideas he championed continue to resonate wherever thoughtful minds seek to understand the rhythms of the global economy. In the vast landscapes of American Western cinema, where stories of courage, loyalty, and survival have long captured the imagination of audiences, Matt Clark carved out a presence that was both steady and unforgettable. He was not always the central hero riding into town, nor the loudest voice in dramatic confrontations. Instead, he became known for something far more enduring: authenticity. Through decades of dedicated work, Clark helped bring realism and emotional depth to the rugged characters who shaped the spirit of the Western screen. Born on November 25, 1936, Clark grew up during a time when Western films and television series dominated American entertainment. These stories of frontier life, moral struggle, and human resilience became a powerful cultural force, inspiring young performers who dreamed of contributing to this cinematic tradition. From an early age, he showed a quiet determination and a natural connection to storytelling. His interest in acting developed gradually, guided by curiosity and a willingness to take on challenging roles. Clark's early years in the entertainment industry were marked by persistence. Like many aspiring actors, he faced uncertainty and competition while working to build his reputation. He appeared in small roles, learning from experienced directors and fellow performers. Each appearance became an opportunity to refine his craft, to understand how subtle gestures, measured dialogue, and sincere emotion could make a character feel real to viewers. As the Western genre evolved, Clark's career began to gain momentum. He developed a reputation for portraying dependable, grounded men, sheriffs, ranchers, soldiers, and townsfolk whose lives reflected the hardships and hopes of frontier communities. His performances were never exaggerated. Instead, he relied on a calm authority and natural presence that allowed audiences to believe in the stories unfolding on screen. This understated style became his signature, distinguishing him from performers who sought dramatic intensity above realism. Television played a crucial role in expanding his reach. During the golden era of American TV dramas, Clark appeared in numerous series that brought Western narratives into living rooms across the nation. These appearances helped establish him as a familiar and trusted face. Viewers came to recognize his steady demeanor and emotional honesty, qualities that made even supporting roles feel meaningful. Whether he was offering wise counsel to a troubled protagonist or standing firm in moments of conflict, his characters carried a quiet strength that resonated deeply. Beyond Westerns, Clark demonstrated versatility by working in a range of film and television genres. He embraced opportunities in crime dramas, historical productions, and contemporary storytelling. Yet no matter the setting, he remained committed to portraying characters with integrity and depth. Directors appreciated his reliability and professionalism, while fellow actors valued his collaborative spirit. On set, he was known for his focus and respect for the creative process, traits that contributed to the lasting relationships he built throughout his career. As decades passed, the entertainment landscape changed dramatically. New storytelling styles emerged, audiences' expectations shifted, and technological innovation transformed production methods. Through it all, Clark adapted with quiet confidence. He continued to accept roles that reflected his strengths, proving that experience and dedication could sustain a meaningful career even as trends evolved. For younger performers entering the industry, his journey became a subtle source of inspiration, a reminder that longevity often comes from consistency rather than sudden fame. What made Matt Clark especially memorable was his ability to embody the moral complexity of Western storytelling. The frontier was rarely portrayed as a place of simple heroes and villains. Instead, it was a world shaped by difficult choices and personal sacrifice. Clark understood this nuance. His characters often carried the weight of responsibility, confronting challenges with resilience and humility. Through these portrayals, he contributed to a broader understanding of American cultural narratives, stories that explored justice, community, and the human search for belonging. Off-screen, he maintained a reputation for humility and dedication. Unlike some of his contemporaries who pursued celebrity status, Clark focused primarily on his craft. He valued the opportunity to work, to collaborate, and to tell stories that mattered. This grounded perspective endeared him to colleagues and audiences alike. Fans admired not only his performances but also the authenticity he seemed to bring to every role. As time moved forward, his body of work became a testament to the enduring appeal of character-driven storytelling. Even in an era dominated by spectacle and rapid pacing, the emotional sincerity of his performances continued to hold significance. Film historians and television enthusiasts often reflected on his contributions as part of a generation that helped define the identity of American Western entertainment. Matt Clark's passing marked the end of a chapter in this rich cinematic tradition. Yet the characters he portrayed, men of principle, courage, and quiet determination, remain alive in the memories of viewers who grew up watching his work. His legacy is not measured solely by leading roles or awards, but by the consistency and honesty he brought to the screen. In remembering Matt Clark, audiences are reminded that storytelling is built not only on dramatic heroes but also on those steady figures who give narratives their emotional foundation. Through patience, professionalism, and a deep respect for his craft, he left behind a legacy that continues to influence how Western stories are told and remembered. His calm authority and genuine presence ensured that his contributions would endure, echoing across the wide horizons of television and film history for generations to come. In the evolving history of American television, certain performers stand out not only for their talent but for the doors they helped open. Judy Pace was one such figure, a graceful, determined actress whose presence on screen reflected both artistic strength and quiet courage. At a time when opportunities for Black women in mainstream entertainment were limited, she emerged as a powerful symbol of progress, resilience, and change. Born on June 15, 1942, Pace grew up during a period of deep social transformation in the United States. The entertainment industry, like many other institutions, was slowly beginning to confront long-standing inequalities. While television was becoming a central part of everyday life, representation remained narrow and often shaped by stereotypes. For aspiring performers of color, the path forward required not only talent but extraordinary perseverance. Judy Pace understood this reality early on, and she chose to face it with determination rather than fear. Her journey into acting began with small roles and careful steps into a competitive and uncertain world. Each audition brought both hope and challenge as she worked to demonstrate her range and professionalism. Producers and casting directors gradually began to recognize her natural screen presence, a combination of confidence, warmth, and emotional clarity that resonated with audiences. Even in early appearances, she showed an ability to make characters feel authentic and relatable. As her career gained momentum, Pace secured roles in well-known television dramas that reached millions of viewers. These performances marked important milestones not only for her personally but also for the broader conversation about diversity in media. At a time when Black actresses were often confined to limited or secondary portrayals, she appeared in storylines that allowed for depth, dignity, and complexity. Her work challenged the assumptions of both industry leaders and audiences, demonstrating that talent and storytelling should never be restricted by race. Through the late 1960s and 1970s, an era shaped by cultural change and civil rights activism, Judy Pace became one of the most visible Black female performers on American television. Her appearances in popular series helped normalize diverse representation in mainstream programming. Viewers began to see characters who reflected a wider range of experiences, hopes, and ambitions. In this way, her performances contributed to a gradual shift in how television narratives were constructed. Beyond television, she also explored opportunities in film, bringing the same sincerity and professionalism to every project. Whether portraying supportive companions, determined professionals, or emotionally complex figures navigating difficult circumstances, Pace approached her roles with care and respect. She understood that each performance carried symbolic weight. For many viewers, especially young women of color, seeing her succeed offered encouragement and inspiration. Colleagues frequently spoke of her strong work ethic and collaborative spirit. On set, she was known for her preparedness and commitment to storytelling. Directors valued her ability to convey subtle emotion without unnecessary dramatics. Fellow actors appreciated her willingness to share insights and support emerging talent. This reputation helped sustain her career across changing trends in the entertainment industry. The importance of Judy Pace's contributions becomes even clearer when viewed in the context of television history. During a time when systemic barriers limited access to meaningful roles, her success demonstrated that audiences were ready for broader representation. She did not simply accept the status quo. Through persistence and professionalism, she helped reshape expectations. Over time, more diverse performers found opportunities that had once seemed out of reach, building upon the foundation laid by pioneers like her. As decades passed, the industry continued to evolve. New generations of actors entered the spotlight, benefiting from the gradual expansion of roles and narratives. While the struggle for equality was far from over, progress was undeniable. Judy Pace's career became part of this larger story, a reminder that cultural transformation often occurs through the steady efforts of individuals who refuse to be limited by circumstance. Away from the camera, she maintained a dignified and grounded presence. She did not seek constant attention or dramatic recognition. Instead, she focused on her craft and the meaningful connections formed through storytelling. Fans admired her not only for her performances but also for the quiet confidence she projected in interviews and public appearances. She represented both artistic achievement and personal integrity. In reflecting on her legacy, it becomes clear that Judy Pace helped redefine what was possible for Black women in television and film. Her work expanded the imagination of audiences and creators alike, proving that representation enriches storytelling rather than restricting it. By portraying characters with authenticity and strength, she contributed to a cultural shift that continues to shape the entertainment landscape today. Judy Pace's passing marks the closing of an important chapter in television history, yet her influence remains deeply embedded in the industry she helped transform. The opportunities available to diverse performers today owe much to the courage and determination of trailblazers who came before. Through talent, resilience, and unwavering dedication, she ensured that future generations would walk through doors she helped open. As viewers revisit her performances, they are reminded that meaningful change often begins with a single voice willing to stand firm. Judy Pace brought dignity, warmth, and truth to the screen, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire storytellers and audiences around the world. Her journey stands as a testament to the enduring power of representation, reminding us that progress is built not only through bold action but also through steady, compassionate resolve.